Madison Beer, what's up?
I'm so pumped to be here.
We got so much to talk about. We got music, we got album, we got this crazy video, we got tour to talk about. You broke your collarbone a while back. It's a kind of a thing we were chatting off. Anyway, I need an album update. I'm told it's in the final stages.
Yes.
That could mean a lot of things.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, it's past the final stage. I mean, it's completely done. Signed, sealed, and delivered, so it's ready to go. It's just now doing all the behind-the-scenes videos. I'm directing all of it. I'm writing all of it, so it's a lot of work, but we're getting it done, and it's going to be out very, very soon. I'm just so excited. But yeah, it's definitely finished.
The title is Life Support?
Life Support.
The reason for that title, is there something you could say about that?
Yeah, I think the reason that I went for that as the title is, first of all, it's a lyric in one of my songs. It's not a song title, but it is a lyric in a song. And I feel like this album is just really representative of my life over the past year or two. And it was a very up and down emotional year for me. And I wanted to have something that represented that. And Life Support felt like the perfect title because making this album and being creative has truly been the lifeline that I needed throughout hard times. So that was why I went for Life Support.
Anything on the album you put out or you're going to put out that you're thinking, man, that's a little too revealing. Should I go there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think I'm excited because I think I've had this narrative of being like, the badass who doesn't care, who's just like doing her thing. And in reality, that's not who I am. That's a part of me, but I think most of me is this emotional, very overwhelmed person. And I'm excited to show that vulnerability and that side of me that I think that I hide away a lot. So it's intimidating and it's nerve-wracking to have a vulnerable side of you out in the public. But I'm excited because I don't want people to think that the only way to handle things is just, having attitude and being a boss and not caring, because it's okay to feel your emotions, and I think that that's important to know. So I'm excited. I'm excited to show these things and to be honest with the world. So
I'm pumped to hear it.
Thank you.
You got some videos.
Yeah.
These you directed. I assume you wrote all this, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Very. I guess the way I would describe it, and punch me if I'm wrong. Kind of Matrix. Very sci-fi.
Punch you. I'll thank you. You crazy is one of my favorite movies ever. No, thank you so much. It's like exactly what I was going for, and it's a big inspiration for me. But yeah, I mean, I have all these crazy ideas. I'm a big movie girl. I love sci-fi stuff. So I just figured I would incorporate that into my music. I have the opportunity to create visuals. I might as well create them around the things I enjoy. So
right.
Yes, Good and Goodbye is technically a breakup song, but the video is nothing remotely like that. So that's kind of what I like to do, is create imagery that is opposing to the lyrics.
You guys need to see this this video. Now, the song you're telling me is like, roughly little over 2 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
the
it's a short song.
The video is 5 minutes, so it's a lot of...
Yeah. There's an intro, there's an outro. But yeah, the song itself is really short, which actually made making a video kind of difficult because you only have like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to tell a whole story, whereas most movies are 2 hours and 30 minutes. So... yeah, it was hard, but it was challenging, and it was really fun, and it was very rewarding in the end.
How about the scene? There's a scene in The Matrix where he's kind of, he's bending over kind of backwards, and the bullets are
dodging bullets.
Yeah.
Yep.
How is that exciting and fun, or just a link? Is it just a never-ending shoot to get that scene done?
You want me to tell you how we got that shot? It's actually a very funny story.
How did you?
So, well, first of all, Neo taught me very well. He raised me well. Second of all,
right.
So. I play two people. So in The Matrix, it's an agent shooting at Neo. So that was kind of just like, you have to get an agent shooting at him. In my world, it was me shooting at myself. So they had to rig me into a whole harness, which was on the side, hang me from the ceiling.
Goodness.
And I'm on the side. And by the way, you have to use so much core strength because, like, to get the shot, no one can be holding you up. You have to be by yourself. So I'm laying to the side, obviously not in motion or anything. But then they'll kind of like swing you across the room so you're moving. So I'm basically swinging in midair, posed like this with my fingers out, and I'm shooting at nothing, and I'm just having to mouth the lyrics as Evil Madison, and they go, okay, she got it, get her down, go change, now you're going to be the one getting shot at. So then they put a stunt double in there, having her shoot at me, and then, it's like, the dodging the bullets thing was actually really hard because you have to get a certain arch, which sounds kind of stupid, but, like, if you really watch The Matrix, he gets low to the ground. Like, that's like some limbo skill, and I was trying to channel that. I was like, you gotta get lower. And so getting that like perfect dodge was not easy, but it was really fun. And I was gonna make them look very similar to the Matrix bullets, but then I was like, I kind of want them to be like these orbs of energy flying at my head. And if you watch it, it's a really cool scene. We got Evil Madison like running on a car and jumping off, and it's cool. It was so fun.
Sounds fun and
so fun.
Goodness, all right. And,
Lots of work though.
Yeah, that was like you think that you see the video, it's like 5 minutes. That's seems like a month of shooting that thing.
Yeah, it was like 4-day shoot.
Let's talk this tour in the works. What can you tell me?
We actually haven't started routing or doing much for it yet. It will be going on shortly after the album, so not too long. But I would just say it's going to be a very immersive, special type of concert, if I could explain it in saving time. It's a very interactive, fan-involved, crowd-involved show.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's really awesome, and it's so exciting, and it's kind of like I describe it as, it has a very theatrical element to it, which I love theater and Broadway, so I'm excited to be incorporating that. And it's just cool, and it's my whole vision. I really want people to come see the show and not just listen to the songs, but I want them to feel immersed in the album narrative and experience.
Will there be an element of the video? We're talking the sci-fi element. Is there that
Definitely.
kind of a So I'm thinking, okay, here's my
freaky deaky stuff.
I'm picturing like there's a screen behind you and you're interacting sort of with that.
There's a part of that, yeah, for
right.
sure. But there's definitely going to be like some cast members walking around, interacting with the crowd.
Ew.
There's going to be lots of cool things.
Good in Goodbye, Madison. We've talked about the video. Give me details on this, because at the heart of this song, it's a breakup,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Details on this thing.
Yeah, so Good and Goodbye is obviously, first listen, it's very blatantly about an ex and whatnot, but I think it's bigger than that. The title itself, Good and Goodbye, to me is important because it's like closing chapters in life is never easy. Moving cities, leaving a job, leaving a relationship, things like that are never easy for anybody. But it's important in times of stress and in times of worry that you focus on the good in goodbye, because saying goodbye could be a sad thing, and I think it's important to focus on the positive and the good path that you're going to be led down now that you have closed this other chapter. So that's really what the song's about for me. It's about moving on and focusing on bigger and better things.
I'll throw a question at you that I ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
Normally I ask, and I guess I'll ask you the question, does the person you wrote it about know it's about them? But it's pretty obvious, so
I'm sure.
I guess, is your theory on when you write songs, and don't give me anything super personal, it's none of my biz, but when you write songs that are about someone, do you let them know ahead of time it's coming out? Because I have a theory, and I've discussed this with some people. I think if you're dating someone that's a writer, singer, performer, that's just part of the game. You're going to get written about, so act right.
I agree with you 150%. I think that if you are dating somebody who writes music, you definitely should tread lightly. But listen, I get it. Like, there's like a respect thing, but at the same time, as long as you're not saying anything like names and stuff, and there's also other writers in the room, it's not like it's just 100% me. Like, I had other creative people in there helping me out. And I think that it's music. Sometimes it's not even representative of how you feel about somebody. I know plenty of people who write music about their exes who they're very close with, who they're fine with, and they write songs and they're like, I hate him, So
Right.
I don't think it's always representative, and I think that if you date somebody who writes music or does things like that, you should take everything with a grain of salt, because it's just the way that we create and express ourselves. So I'm sure he will know it's about him, but he needs to not care is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right, Madison Beer. Track, of course, called Good in Goodbye. You signed a new record deal.
Yeah.
This is, the last time I saw you, I think it was before the deal, obviously.
Yeah.
When I heard this, I was like, wow, that's just cool stuff. So give me, the moment you signed it, the details. What can you say? It's a big moment for you.
Yeah, it was a really big moment for me. I credit you and I credit KIIS FM and radio in general a lot to my career so far. I was an independent artist for a really long time, and I got up to be in the top 20 on the radio charts, and I would not even be close to there without all of you guys supporting me over the years. So I thank you in advance
You're
for
welcome.
that.
But you did it. It's not you.
No,
that's
but
you.
still, it's just the support. Having been written off by the label system and having you guys, take care of me still meant a lot to me. So signing a new deal was intimidating for sure. Making that commitment of having a whole new team, a whole new machine, a bunch of new people around you, but like I said, focusing on the good, it's support. It's a lot more people supporting me. I feel more supported. I feel more stable, and I'm glad that this music is coming out with the machine behind it that it has now. So I was really excited to sign. I was nervous, but I was really excited, and I think it was a good time, and I was ready. And I'm glad that this album is getting the opportunity that it deserves to come out. with a major. I think it's important for it.
Very well. I'm excited for you. I think it's just super cool.
Thank you.
Have you met Rihanna yet?
No.
Jesus.
Still no Rihanna.
I have failed you. I have failed you.
Everyone has failed me. The entire universe has let me down. Literally, I have not met Rihanna, and it's been so many years of trying, and it's like revenge. Someone's getting their revenge on me, and I don't know what I did to deserve this.
It's going to happen. It's just, but
I don't know if I
happen.
want to. I think I've told you this before. I don't know if I want it to. I'm so scared. I don't even want to be within a mile of that woman. I don't deserve it.
Stop it.
I don't deserve it.
Come on.
I can't do it.
Are you afraid she's going to be,
No. She can literally punch me in the face, and I would say thank you so much 10 times over.
Wow.
Yes, like she could do no wrong in my eyes, but I'm scared that I'm just like not going to get the interaction that I have painted in my head. So I'm just scared. I'm like, I'd rather let the image of her be like this amazing, perfect thing forever.
I can't wait till you meet her. It's going to happen.
I know. I've been in her proximity, and I've ran, like sprinted away as far as humanly possible.
Madison Beer's running. Can you go? Hey, this is a question you've never answered, nor I guess should you. You operate you did operate the fan account, super undercover Rihanna fan account. You've never told me what it is. Yeah. I can't figure it out. It's just it kills. But do you still operate that on a daily,
use
weekly?
It anymore, really. Will be completely honest. I'm not really like the admin on there often, but I still log in randomly just to check in how like the Navy's doing. So I check in.
All right. Once again, putting this out in the universe, Rihanna. Somehow,
if you're listening, please stay far away from me.
No.
You're a perfect person. You should not be in my proximity.
Don't listen to her. You got to meet up with Madison. Goodness. All right.
We're both Pisces. That's all I'll say.
Madison, you're going on tour soon. Once again, details on that a little bit later on. But I need a crazy road story, and I hear you got something that's just
got a crazy one.
What happened?
So there's a few crazy ones, but the crazy one I would say is we were told that I think we were leaving from going to somewhere to Austin, Texas. That's all I remember. And I remember being told before bed, and by the way, I'm like the biggest scaredy cat, paranoid that I'm going to die at any moment person. Right. So they told me before I went to bed that night, they said, we're going to drive through a tornado tonight. And I'm like, lovely. What? That's great. They were like, yeah, it'll be fine. It's not going to like hit us as whatever that means, but we're going to be driving through a storm. So if you feel any like rockiness, don't worry. And I'm like, how is one not to worry in a tornado? But sure. So we drive through this tornado, and the second we get to Austin, we get off the bus, and my entire trailer that's attached to the tour bus filled with my merch is literally like basically cut in half and like gone. What? So all of my merch, like I would say 80% of my merch was ruined. And if it wasn't ruined, it was soaking wet. So like, no, we're not going to sell wet clothes to people. Maybe we'll sell it at a discounted price, but definitely not going to sell them wet. And half of it was gone. So it was just this, we actually, luckily my team is very optimistic, and we all laughed at it and thought it was so funny getting off the bus being like, oh, we're all good, we made it. And then being like, where is our trailer and why is it cut in half? So it was funny, and I don't know where in Texas, but I think somewhere between Amarillo and Austin, Texas, there is a abundance of Madison beer merch just scattered across the highway. So if you're anywhere in that area, go scavenger hunting, because there's lots of it.
Now, I guess I'm trying to, you're in this crazy, storm.
Yeah.
The storm, tornado, whatever you call it, it basically cuts through the trailer or destroys it, but it leaves it leaves your part, the truck.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call it, that. It doesn't touch you, I guess.
No, I think it's because we had it in this like very thin wooden kind of like, the walls were made out of very like, it wasn't like when I say trailer, I think you picture like an RV kind of thing. It was like a thin wooden box virtually filled with my merch that was just attached to my tour bus, and it just got demolished. It did not hold up well in that tornado. So that's my crazy story.
Crazy things happen on the road.
Yeah.
I didn't know they happened that crazy, but all right, Madison Beer is hanging out. Just curious. Things are going really well for you.
Thanks.
Album coming out, tour, new deal, all this stuff.
Yep.
Family, friends, your inner circle. What's been their reaction? Because a lot of them have seen the entire ride so far.
Yeah, they're just so excited. I mean, my best friend even, she's just she can't believe that it's finally coming out, because it's been so long of her hearing me just ramble to people and having to explain them everything. And the fact that I think she's my family, she like my best friend or whatever, everyone's just so proud and so excited, and it just feels so rewarding that this music is finally coming out into the world, because like I said earlier, like I've always kind of played this role that isn't truly me, and I'm excited for everyone to see the real sides of Madison, and it just feels good. And I think they're excited for me to have that as well, and they're all just so pumped. It's just so exciting. It's
Yes, they should
so
be.
exciting.
By the way,
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, and it's you know what? You have been and I'm not the only one to say this, just you've been grinding, man, hard working.
Thanks.
Great things are coming.
Thank you.
I mean, just
you've always said it. You've spoken this into existence. So thank you.
Boom. All right, Madison. Let's just run through it real quick. You got "Good and Goodbye." Single is out. Video's crazy.
Thank you.
Sci-fi, all that stuff. Check the video. You also released another track called "Selfish." Jump on this track as well, or you're a bad person. I think it's safe to say,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Album. We have an album coming out fairly soon.
Very soon.
Look out for that. It's done, right? It's done.
Dunzo.
Tour, all them details. What am I forgetting, Madison?
Nothing, just to keep up with me, follow me wherever and hopefully come see me on a tour show if you can.
All right, Madison Beer, thank you for hanging out at the end of every interview.
Thank
Fist bump
you.
to make it official.
Woo!
Thank you. Bam.
Bam.